What up, people? Welcome to Super Easy Forex. I'm Uncle P, and I have been absent. I was actually celebrating my wedding anniversary with my beautiful wife and best friend. Hi, honey. She's over right
Hi,
there.
how
But
are
here's
you?
the deal, and it was so beautiful, and I appreciate you guys because I actually got emails from people saying, "Hey, when you gonna do some more videos?" And it wasn't that I was off the scene because I didn't want to do videos. I'm on vacation with my wife because she comes first. However, I want to talk to you guys about something that's very important in this business that nobody is saying a word about. Nobody's saying nothing. And in today's class, I spent a quality 2 hours teaching my group, 2 hours in class. I went well over our time limit with our question and answers and everything else because I really wanted to make absolutely sure that the students in our group understood this information. So when I look online or used to, people were always looking for who's a scammer, who's the scammer, who's the scammer. Well, I even people got online talking about I'm a scam. Okay, that's fine. Call me a scammer, whatever. I'm the dumbest scammer in the world because I'm spending too much time teaching my students. Scammers, they want to get your money and run and cut. They don't want to do no videos. They don't want to teach you nothing. They just want your money. So if I'm a scammer, I'm one of the dumbest ones on the planet. And that's okay. So it's okay. You get called names. I ain't tripping off of that. But here's what I taught people. I said what's amazing is because the real scammers are getting away, I mean, completely clean with they scam. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? They are getting away with, oh my God, they're enticing people to chase around the wrong people. So let me help you guys so that you're not being dumb, okay, in this business. Because this business is really crooked. It really is. Okay, I'm telling you the truth. Please share this. If you don't like no other video, just listen to this one because this one gonna bless you. Okay, whether you join us or not, this one gonna bless you. Because what happens is the real scammers are the ones who are behind the scenes making you not even pay attention to them. As I taught in my group, I said the devil gets away with a lot of different things in this world because he convinced a lot of people that he don't even exist. Okay, that's like me, and I told them that's like me cooking up some bacon, talking about I don't believe in grease from bacon. I don't believe that bacon got grease. Okay, well, you can believe that bacon don't have grease, but the truth is bacon got grease. In this business, the greasy people, they have you searching online all these people who got indicators or systems, and you trying to find out are they a scammer. Well, you can spend your lifetime doing that. Okay, you really can. And there are some, there's plenty of them, but they're really not the big fish. So today what I want to do is talk to you while I'm on my way to my appointment to educate you on the real scammers so that you'll be aware that if you really are trying to become a quote unquote full-time trader, you really need to know who the real scammers are. So who are the real scammers? I'm glad you asked. The real scammers are actually the big institutions and the bankers, the ones who are controlling the movements of the market. See, when we enter the market, they call us retail traders, retail and wholesale. Okay, wholesale means that somebody behind the scenes is getting this directly from the source. Retail means that you paying a different price because you ain't that big of a deal. Are you following what I'm saying? Okay, so as retail traders, we don't have insight to certain bits of information, no matter how much you research, no matter how much you do, blah, blah, blah. And as I showed my students in class yesterday, I showed them how the bankers and institutions, they know what moves are going to happen days before it happens. And so what they do is they'll push the market in one direction like a ball fake. As I told my students today, I used to love playing basketball before I had the 2 knee surgeries. So oh man, I can dribble the ball and just do some crazy moves. But all of those moves were fake moves to entice you to go in one direction while I'm going in another. We used to call that in basketball, I'm breaking your ankles. So I used to fake you one way and induce you to go one way only because in my mind, I was already planning to go another way. And that's what happens in this market. They induce buyers or sellers to go in one direction only to take your Christmas money, your candy money, or whatever, your rent money. And basically they have a particular, watch this, they have a particular set of days and times that they do this. And they do a rinse and repeat on it week after week after week after week. And I told my students, I said, I'm exhausted with this business. I really am exhausted with it, because by the time you figured out what was going on, you're so tired because you've been chasing and chasing and chasing. Some of y'all in that situation, like you've been chasing and chasing and chasing, and you are tired. And what made me tired is because nobody ever even taught on this. They tell you about an indicator. They tell you about price action and market structure and this and that. And when I finally figured it out, it's like, oh my God, you can study price action and market structure all day long, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do agree to those. So don't blow me up talking about, oh, price action is king. I get it. Now I get those people, price action is king. That's fine. But somebody's causing the price action to happen. And if you're not knowledgeable of what these people are doing, you can study that for years. Like, for an example, I took the triple arrows off the charts in class today. I completely removed the triple arrow system off the charts and just had nothing but trend lines. And I showed them how just last night the bankers and the institutions did their normal routine. And then what I did was, because some of you guys out there studied the market makers method, right? And you know that you're trying to catch the high of the day, the low of the day, the M's and the W's. I call it the Mark Williams, M at the top, W at the bottom. I studied that for 2 years and was still frustrated. Okay, still frustrated. And so when I removed it, and I told them, now that I understand what the market is really doing, the real market structure, meaning the bankers and the institutions, now that I understand what they are doing, which was more important than any indicator or trading system. Ain't this it, babe? More than any indicators or trading system was what the market makers, the bankers and institutions were doing, and what time. And I can't stress that enough. What time are they doing it? And when I figured that out, I removed our triple arrow system off the charts live in class. Live and in class. And I went back and I showed them an M and W pattern just as clear as day. It was sitting right there. And I said, how many of you guys in this group used to study market makers method? And a lot of them in my class, through the chat room, they said, yes. I mean, it just blew up with people saying, yeah, I studied that. And I said, now, I've stripped away the triple arrow system. Why am I parking in this tight spot, man, when there's more room over there, huh? So I removed it, and I put I marked up my charts in front of them and showed them a clear M and W pattern. And here's what happened. Like I told them, now that I understand the true hidden secret market structure, and that's what the bankers and institutions are doing, and they do it at a certain time every single day, every week. That's how they make their margins, off of your foolishness, off of what you don't know. And meanwhile, they got you surfing the internet looking and for who's the scammer with indicators. Man, these are small fries. They are nothing. These people are making millions a day doing the same exact routine. And so I showed them that it didn't matter if you had my triple arrow system or if I was doing a naked charts or whatever. It didn't even matter. I still can pinpoint exactly what was going on. Why? Because the key is, here's what the scam move is. The scam move is really the bankers and the institutions, and it's not about an indicator. Are you hearing me? It ain't about the indicators. Don't worry about that. It ain't about your charts, trend lines, this and that. That's what they got the whole world looking in one direction, ball faking, while the whole time it has everything to do with the time that you're looking at the charts. And I'm telling my students now, and they're beginning to make a whole lot of pips now because they're finally getting it. I don't even care if I see, and I have said this on YouTube videos, I have said it to my students, I will say it time and time again. I don't care if I see a triple arrow at the wrong time. I don't care how pretty it is. I will not take the trade. I have said that over and over and over again. If I was doing the market makers method, I don't care if I see a M or a W. If I don't see it at the right time of day, then I ain't touching it. I don't care. See, you can take the triple arrow system out and put your indicators, whatever system what I'm trying to communicate to you guys is this. When I stopped looking at patterns, and I stopped looking at indicators so much, and I stopped looking at trend lines and market structure and price action, and I really went back to looking at the whole market from a psychological standpoint. I went back and started looking at the markets from a therapeutic standpoint, because the markets are controlled by behavioral patterns. So if you're looking for just price action and candles, you're missing the whole thing. Because think about it, and I'll say this and I got to go. Think about it. When you enter a trade, don't you get emotional? Aren't you a person with emotions? The answer would be yes. So if the answer is yes to that, and your trade and my trade is controlled by what our perception of the market is doing, and then we get emotional about it and we jump in or out and this and that, that means the whole market is controlled by greed and fear and emotions. However, because of that, the big scammers, the institutions, are making millions of dollars a day because they have understood the psychological movements of a horde of people. And once you understand the movements of a group of people, it is easy to put a structure together to manipulate that group and do a ball fake on the entire population. It's kind of like politics. That's why don't ever talk to me about politics. I don't care. That's a huge ball fake. The Democrats got you looking one way, the Republicans got you looking the other way, and behind doors, they're all spending up your tax dollars in any way, shape, or form that they want to. But they get on screen talk about, I'm gonna defend your dollars, but you wasting my money behind the scenes, doing all this stuff. See, all of this is a big ball fake. And everybody is up in the uproar over the wrong things. In the Forex market, it's exactly the same. These institutions and bankers have created a system based off of getting you looking in the wrong direction. Because while they got you looking at indicators, who's a scammer on YouTube and this and that, meanwhile, they are getting away every single day at a particular time of day, a window of time every single day. They will come in and they will show you a setup, and then a couple of hours later, and tell me if I'm wrong, how many times have you looked at a beautiful setup regardless of what system you're using? Hold on, my camera blurry. Regardless of what system you use, regardless of what indicator, whether you're naked trading, whatever it is, how many times have you seen a perfect setup and then you come back a couple hours later and your stop loss got hit, then you come back a day or two and then the whole thing worked out perfectly fine? How many times have that happened to you? See, so it's not about the systems, indicators, and this and that per se. That is important, but they got you looking in the wrong direction. That's not the main thing. There is a time of day where I don't care about trades. I don't care. Don't tell me about a setup. What do you think about the setup? Nothing. I don't think nothing. It ain't the right time of day for me to even be thinking about it. I'm off work. Because when you become a full-time trader, it becomes a job. I don't go into work early for nothing. And the same thing that's in this business. I don't go into work when I know they're about to pull that foolery. Now, your golden question, if you're not part of the Super Easy Forex family, is this. Then Uncle P, what time of day is that? Ah. Now, if you want that information, then you're going to have to join the family. Okay? You say, well, you shady. Okay, call me shady. I ain't tripping. But at least here's the deal. You can do your own due diligence off of this information alone. Just start tracking your own trades. Track your own trades, and don't just track the trades you took or the time, because here's what people make a mistake on. What they do is they track their trades in their trade journals. They'll track the trade they took, what currency pair, you know, what price it was at, what pattern it was. But the one thing they never track is what time of day they took the trade. And when you start taking track of what time of day you're taking the trades, you'll begin to see a pattern emerge on, here's what time I'm mostly losing my trades. Now, for me to get here, it took me several years to just learn this one big aha lesson. So if you want it, okay, you're going to have to join the Super Easy Forex family, and I'll be glad to tell you. No problem. But if not, at least I gave you a clue into what your real problem is as far as why you've been losing so many trades and who the big scammers really are. Stop wasting your time on YouTube looking for who's the biggest scammer, because I promise you, even if, let's just say I'm the best scammer in the world, at the end of the day, I'm a small fry. The Forex market is $6 trillion a day. Do you really think that I'm that important? No. So if it's a $6 trillion casino, because that's what it is, it's a big casino. Okay? And the house always win. So if the house always win and they're okay, why you worry about me? I'm not that important. You can simply just not even watch another YouTube video of mine or anybody else's out there on YouTube who you think is a scam. Just don't look at them. Just don't do business. And you still will find that you're losing in trades. So the problem is the real scammers are getting away with murder in this business. And nobody says a single word about it. So stop chasing the wrong thing. Start paying attention to the time of your trades, and you'll start seeing a pattern emerge, and you'll begin to win more trades than you do. And here's the big thing. Watch this. You will begin to learn that you're going to spend far less time on trades and trading in the markets, because you're going to know, no matter what I see, what these market makers are showing me, with my indicators system, whatever you're using, you're going to learn that, you know what, I don't even need to waste my time looking at that stuff, because if it ain't the right time of day, I ain't got no business on these charts. And you're going to see that you're going to be like me. I'm finna get done with this video and I'm gonna hang out with my wife for the rest of the day. I don't give a crap if I see 5 triple arrow setups right now. What they got to do with me? I'm off work. See, it's a job. I'm off work. I don't care, because I already know in a little while they're going to come in and do what? Manipulate it. So therefore, it ain't going to be a legitimate trade, and I'm going to end up losing. Why? Not because the system was wrong. It's because there is no system on earth that's going to tell you what time of day the institutions do what they do. You're going to have to become a psychological therapist in this business, in a sense, to learn when these manipulators are manipulating you. I'll leave you with this. It's kind of like, baby, what do you call them people who control people in relationships? My mind is blank. Not narcissistic people, but they manipulate people all the time.
Gaslighters.
Gaslighters. So in this business, you got gaslighters. That's what the institution is. It's gaslighters.
It's gaslighting.
Yeah, it's gaslighting. They got you looking all over the wrong place, making you feel bad about yourself, making you think that you ain't studying hard enough, and now I got to study harder. You invested more money, more time, more indicators, this and that, and the whole time the secret people behind the sessions is just doing their business to you.
They basically manipulate someone by psychological means into believing that, questioning their own intellect or their own sanity.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
See? I'll marry somebody smart. See? Okay, you guys, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Hopefully this helped. If it did, again, if you want to join us, the link is down below, superezforex.com. Join if you want to. If you don't want to, I ain't tripping. But again, I really just like doing these videos because I just like helping people out. Because I remember when I was struggling for years, and my wife is sitting right here.
Yes, he was.
See? She watched me struggle and cry for years. For years.
4 years. 4 years, everyone. 4 years.
Yeah. See? She right here. Okay? And I'm telling you, one of the biggest reasons why for years I struggled is because I didn't know this one. I could have cut off multiple years off of my stressful life in this business if somebody would have just simply told me this one bit of information. Because this is where the scammers are taking advantage. It ain't about the system. It ain't about the indicators. It ain't about your trend lines. It's about the time of day. And nobody said anything. Nobody. And that's what they're banking on. Notice what I said, bankers. They're banking on the fact that you will never know what time they're going to tear your trades up. And that's why you're losing. They're the scammers. Have a good one.